Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today we're going to be taking a look at the two new pinball games that just came out for the Nintendo Switch, so stay tuned. So the last time I did one of these what should you buy versus videos, you guys liked it a lot. We're talking about that Star Wars and that Call of Duty World War II video. However, this time we're going with a couple of different games. In fact, it's going to be some good old-fashioned pinball. In fact, two pinball games got released on the same day on the Nintendo Switch. Both of them, the initial download is free, and then they monetize with additional bundles. So I decided to take a look at both of them and kind of compare and contrast them so that you guys know which one is the better product or which one is right for you. The two games are Pinball FX3 and Stern Pinball Arcade. We're going to be taking a look at Stern Pinball first. Now, Stern is an actual pinball manufacturer. All of these tables are real tables that you can find in your local pinballery, wherever you go and you play pinball. I don't know if there's very many places like that around anymore, but basically all of these tables are real. All of these tables exist in real life. Some highlights include Ghostbusters, Starship Troopers, stuff like that, like some classic pinball games. Now, in the Stern Pinball game, there are 11 tables total. One of them is free with the initial download. That's going to be Frankenstein. That's the one you see me playing here. For a new table, it's going to be anywhere between $4.99 to $9.99, all based around the IP, whether it be like a popular one or a not so popular one. You're going to be paying a pretty penny for each of these tables, and for $20, they do sell a bundle to get half of them, and then you can pay $20 for the other half. So if you wanted to buy all 11 tables, it's going to cost you around 40 bucks. Which isn't too bad when you consider these are real games, and that's one of the strengths of Stern Pinball, is because these are real games. All of the tables follow real physics. Like they have something to compare them against. There's something real there, and therefore they make a lot more sense than the next ones though, and that's something that's really appreciative. Like I grew up with a pinball table in my house, and knowing the feel of how a pinball machine feels and how a pinball is supposed to play is something that I can really appreciate from the Stern game. Now, let's compare that over to Pinball FX3. Pinball FX3, they actually have 30 tables currently implemented in that game. However, there are many more that are available. They have 30 tables currently implemented. However, they have many more in their other versions over on like the Xbox and on the PC. So I'm hoping some of those tables do make their way over to the Switch, because I want my Star Wars tables, because I will just give you fistfuls of money so that I can play Star Wars. Anyways, the cool thing about these tables, which is in contrast to Stern, is they don't have to follow physics. These tables are completely made for the digital world. They are crafted to be played as a video game, and therefore they don't have to follow physics. They don't have to abide by any real world table. So the designs are much more outlandish, and I really like that. You know, I miss my digital pinball. I miss playing Windows XP, that wonderful pinball game. Yeah, you know the one I'm on about. And that's what this is. This is like that cranked up to 11. There's some great animations, great graphics, and there's a wide variety of IPs that they play with. They've done a very good job partnering out with various intellectual property owners and getting tables. In fact, they have like the Universal Pack, as E.T., Jaws, and Back to the Future, all of which are really cool tables. They reached out to Fox. They have Archer, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, American Dad from them. That's a really cool setup for a table, like having a table for each of those. The other thing is they also have just their own tables of their own invention, and these are still great. Anyways, to get those new tables, a single table costs you about $3, which that's like nothing. You can pick up, I guess, Portal. They have a Portal table for $2.99, and then most of their stuff is done in bundles, and those range from $4.99 to $9.99, and then they have like a super bundle for $20. But you do get a lot more tables per dollar mental value than you did with Stern, and that's something I really like. The other thing is I really like the fact that they just went with general themes for their own tables. They have really cool ones like just motor, like just car stuff, and sci-fi and Wild West, and like they have some very unique themes that we all like. They're overarching like popular themes for like fiction that they've implemented as pinball tables, which I really like. Now, one feature that this game has that Stern doesn't have is because you're on the Switch, it can actually rotate the screen to be a vertical screen as opposed to a horizontal screen. I really like that because if I want to, I can see the whole table at the same time. Whereas with Stern, they did not give that option, which I kind of felt was weird. And I really loved it in this. That way, if I have the time, or if I know I'm going to be stationary for a little bit, and I can set up my Switch so that the screen is vertical as opposed to horizontal, I get a really cool and different pinball experience than I would otherwise get while I was playing on something else. So overall, those are the two. And if I had to pick one, I'm going to tell you, it's going to be Pinball FX. Like, first off, I know they have a lot more tables, and hopefully they'll be coming to the Switch, but the ones that they already have on here, I'm already tempted to spend way more money than I probably should on getting just random pinball games, and I am very happy just to have those pinball games on my Switch. Also, Pinball FX, they have this thing, they cross-buy, they have cross-platform play, which is something that's really cool. You can set up tournaments with friends, you can do a lot of cool things on the backside of Pinball FX that makes it seem like it's a very flushed out game, and rightfully so. I think if you're gonna spend your money between the two of them, I think Pinball FX is the one you go with. So guys, what do you think? Out of these two, which one is your favorite? Are you a fan of the tried and true, the actual reality of the Stern pinball games, or do you like the crazy, the fantasy, the outlandishness of the Pinball FX3 tables? Let me know down in the comments below. If you liked this video, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.